Raid Shadow Legends can definitely feel like a grind, but I have 10 powerful tips you can use that will make your journey so much easier. Some of these tricks I definitely wish I knew when I was first starting off Raid, and I'm seeing so many veterans who still don't use some of these, so I really hope these help you out. I'm Chris05 and I do my best to give you guys high quality Raid Shadow Legend tips, and I also go live each Tuesday and Thursday with free account takeovers for you guys, so I can help you out with all sorts of different things you could be struggling with in Raid. So if you find the video helpful and think I've earned your subscription, a like and a subscribe would really be awesome, but now let's get into it. The first raid tip that can really make the game much easier would be if you actually start with a download link. Right now, my promo download link actually gives one of the best, if not the best, free champions you could be getting right out the get-go, and you could start your journey with free legendaries in your first week if you know how to do it. All you gotta do is download the game from my download link on a device you haven't played Raid before preferably, and as soon as you finish the tutorial you're gonna get yourself Corrado, and after that all the way up to level 40 you're gonna get yourself Ugo, Lady Annabelle, and Deacon Armstrong, which are all amazing epics that can really help you out. You're also gonna have 24 hours to use the promo code section, and I definitely advise you to use the promo code Desert Queen or Monkey King if you want to get yourself the Void Legendary Tahana Rock or the amazing PvP champion Sun Wukong. And last but not least, right now we also have this amazing Michelangelo chase, which is gonna give you the legendary champion Mickey after 7 days of logging in, and that is just an insanely great way to start Raid. The second tip for newer players that really needs to get said is to always concentrate on the clan boss as soon as you start. Like, the clan boss really unlocks so much extra potential for you, and I don't care if you want to be playing with other people or not, you really need to be joining a clan and start fighting the hardest stages of clan boss as soon as you can. The rewards you get from clan boss are so good that they are literally gonna allow you to remain free to play if you wish to do so, if you manage to farm this every day. Like, from here you could be getting yourself sacred shards, legendary skill books, and anything in between, and that really is gonna make your climb so much better in Raid. But right now, as you see, I did not get very lucky with the rewards, but here it is. Here's the drop info. You could be getting sacred shards, legendary skill tomes, gems, good gear, and other not so amazing things, but in the span of 1 month, if you just farm both Nightmare and Ultra Nightmare, this is literally gonna give you 10 plus sacred shards and legendary skill tomes that way, which is really helpful. There are so many different strategies you could be using against clan boss nowadays. You could be building yourself a traditional team, an unkillable team, an infinity team, and anything in between. So yeah, definitely do your best to get Demon Lord under your belt nice and fast. The third tip that's really gonna make Raid a lot easier for you is to actually put yourself a one-man defense team both on your classic arena as well as on 3v3. As you can see, I have myself just a single legendary bat champion as a defense, and this in turn allows people to actually attack me for free wins. And here you can see a lot of people are just farming the hell out of me. But also I get to get easy fights this way, and there's also plenty of one-man defense teams I get to pick apart for free wins this way as well. And same can be said for 3v3. Here my defense team right now is just a bunch of one-man defense teams, and again the battle log looks like this for my defense team. Everybody is killing me like there's no tomorrow, but also I get to fight one-man defense teams in return, and that makes the game so much more pleasant, guys. It really is a game changer. You could even get yourself live arena easy fights. If you lose 3 fights in a row, the 4th one is gonna be against a bot who is still gonna be playing some good champions, but they're not exactly gonna be PvP good champions, so you have a much higher chance of actually beating opponents this way, as long as you do have yourself a fought out good team yourself. Another really amazing tip right now would be to be abusing the champion presets. Nowadays, with free gear removal always active, it is very beneficial for you guys to actually set yourself up some good global presets, so this way as soon as you need to be fighting some harder stages in the game, you can just pick your bestest gear for your nukers, your best gear for buffers, for debuffers, and everything in between, and this way you basically get to stretch your good gear across multiple places. Gone are the days where you have to spend millions to actually re-gear champions. Nowadays you just have to hassle with it a little and spend 30 minutes here and there to actually get yourself some really amazing presets with tons of crit rate, tons of crit damage, and a good amount of speed for your nukers, insane amounts of speed on your debuffers and buffers, and so on and so forth. And basically when you have to fight something stupid like, let's say, some impossible level in Centranos, like obviously I'm not gonna have the best gear on my frickin' Zargala or on my Mausoleum Mage, but but if I wanted to, I can literally just put my fastest gear from Arbiter on the Mausoleum Mage, I could put myself Wallmaster of Orions crit damage gear on Zergala, and we're just gonna be cruising through these. A lot of the time, all you gotta do is actually get yourself those presets, and this way you can also cheat out a lot of extra damage against all sorts of rotations in Hydra, Chimera, heck even in Siege, but you will need to actually prep for it. And you can be sure this is an absolute godsend on Faction Wars Hard. Like, look at this, I already have more than 700 stars here, and a big part of that is being able to swap out insane gear on not so amazing champions. Another very important tip some of the newer players still are not abusing would be to win champion training events with ease. And same goes for champion training tournaments. Right now we do have a champion training event, and I still have been slacking a lot, but I'm really not worried about this because I'm just gonna bang out a lot of easy points thanks to leveling up a few of the chickens I will be using as food. As you can see, 3-star champions get 2 points per level, 4-star gets 3, 5 gets 6, and 6 gets 8. So if you're actually leveling up food a little bit before you actually feed it as chickens, this is gonna give you tons of extra points, guys. So yeah, the big takeaway here is rank 3-star champions need to get 1 brew on them, rank 4-star champions preferably get 3 brews so you can get some better points out of it. On rank 5 you can definitely go a lot harder here, I'd say 8 brews is definitely worth it. This is again gonna give you a lot of extra points. And also, if you have yourself some rank 6 champions that still haven't gotten levels in them, you can still actually put a few brews in there, just because it gives you so much extra points for easy. 10 brews are gonna give us a lot of extra points, bringing this guy all the way up to 30, that's 30 times 8, so definitely nothing to scoff at in terms of points, but you do have to have yourself a good amount of brews in order to do this. If you don't have brews, just run in from campaign 12 free brutal a few times and still get yourself all of those easy points. God knows right now this event is hella worth it, by the way. Like, look at this, we are getting ourselves the pizza points, which is obviously a big selling point, but also at 13,000 points, a 4-star basalt, guys. These are not something you get easily, so definitely do yourself a favor and bang out the whole thing. Also, the 50 fragments for relics ain't no joke, and anything in between, like, this is all free real estate for you. Another really important thing that's gonna make raid so much easier for you guys is if you actually build yourself a great solo farmer champion. For my account for solo farming, I usually use myself Marius because he is an absolute beast, but obviously if you're earlier into the game, this is not gonna be something you get to actually have. Before I had Marius, I was using Artak to great extent, and basically you gotta build your solo farmer with a regen gear plus immortal gear, and resistance always helps if you can actually build it. But it's not very easy to build all of those things, especially in your first few months of the game. Honestly, I even still use Artak here and there, especially on Ice Golem tournaments, because with Ice Golem, if you just brute force it, the boss is actually gonna kick in your teeth, but yeah, with Artak, he actually does solo it nice and slow for about 2 minutes, he gets the job done with 4 food champions, so basically this way I get to clear tournaments, while leveling up food for extra chickens, which really is very, very helpful. Artak is definitely not the only champion you could be building like this. You could instead build somebody like Theodore, which is also gonna get the job done thanks to his nice poison damage. Again, you can just build him in regen plus immortal and he's gonna work lovely. Walking Tombdren can also get the job done, and there are quite a few other champions out there, but it really is gonna come down to the roster you have. Technically, you could even do this with epics from what I know, like this guy, Misiliac. Priest Orn can do the job done thanks to all of the poisons he has with the sensitivity and whatnot, but again, you will need to build him very tankily so he actually does not die through the waves. Another really important tip that I see even players that have been playing the game for years don't realize is you could be doing fusions for free, guys. As long as you're playing the game, fusions are something you can always complete, like literally always. You don't even have to skip through fusions. As long as you have been following the other tips I've been talking about so far and farm your clan boss on the daily, you could be doing fusions literally with ease. Not with ease, but it's definitely very doable if you are strategic about how you're using your resources, mainly your shards. Shards are the absolute bottleneck in this game if you're trying to complete fusions every time. So as long as you save your resources, save a little bit of silver, energy, shards and books, you will be able to do all the tournaments and events you need to be doing for fusions. And this way you will be able to get yourself insane champions like Titus, like Lord Entertainer Fabian, Armans, and so on and so forth. Like so many insane fusion champions have been coming out throughout the years, and if you have been saving your resources properly, you would have been able to actually do these. Another very important tip that right now in this rotation is especially important is cheating out yourself extra silver keys so you can actually farm the hardest stage of the boss you want to be farming in Doom Tower. Like I said, this month it's the most important important time to be doing this tip because we do have Dark Fey, which in turn gives you the lethal gear fragments, which are literally the best thing you could be farming from Doom Tower because that set is so good and you could be putting it on endgame nuker champions. The way you can cheat out extra keys would be by not doing your secret room keys until you have actually unlocked the hardest stage of the boss you are going to be farming. As you can see, I've already cleared the entire hard Doom Tower as well as the normal, but you can also see I have not done a single secret room, guys. The reason for that is once I actually start doing these secret rooms, we are gonna get ourselves 2 keys at the price of 1. Let's just look at Marius, do these guys nice and quick. Quicker, please. There you go. Last but not least, smack. And this cost us 1 silver key, but we got 2 silver keys as a reward. There we have it. 2 extra keys like this at the price of 1, so that is a net positive of 1 silver key. This means that if I do all of my secret rooms this rotation, this is gonna give me a grand total of 24 extra silver keys, so I can actually farm a lot more lethal gear this rotation. The Dark Fey rotation only happens once every 3 months, so you really need to min-max here if you want to get yourself the biggest amount of lethal gear possible. Tip number 9 here is something I see a lot of people that can actually do this not do it. Farming Sand Devil stage 25 with food is absolutely game changer, guys. Being able to farm stage 25 so you can farm yourself some of the red dust you will be needing and all of the oils your gear will require is really important. Like being able to oil out especially your bottom row items is absolutely game changing. Getting yourself that extra 12 speed on your boots, that 20% extra attack on the chest, or 20 extra crit damage or 10 extra crit rate on your gloves is absolutely broken, guys. And what you need to do here is just get yourself a good Godseeker Aniri and Builder and a Regen set. Get yourself a nice little nuker. I have myself Marius, but this could be anybody else, like a Cold Heart, like a Ninja, like a Newt. Heck, you could be even using some rares that have HP burn on them, like that High Elf chick. But yeah, here's what happens when we just join the fight with 3 food champions, Aniri, and a good damage dealer like our good old Marius. We just get the job done nice and quick. Wow, my frickin' Merciless is going crazy, guys. Are you frickin' seeing this? This guy literally took like, what was that, 5 turns? Insane. The Merciless procs were unreal on that one. But yeah, here's what happens. All the food champions die, Aniri gets back on her feet, and she keeps the nuker alive. In this case, sometimes the nuker also just dies if you bring somebody squishy like a Ninja or a Cold Heart. But since we have a defense-based nuker here, it's a lot easier for the guy to actually remain alive. But yeah, this is an absolute game changer. Getting all of that extra stats on your bottom row gear is really game breaking, and it is really gonna unlock endgame potential for your champions, because being able to make your good gear into great gear is just that good. As you can see, this is taking us about 1 minute and something seconds, and this way I get to always farm myself Prism Shard crystals, I get to farm extra rewards, and so on and so forth. Like, it's really important, so do yourself a favor. As long as you have yourself Godseeker Aniri, you could be doing this very easily. My Godseeker right now is having some insane stats, not gonna lie, but what you basically need to do in order to be able to farm this is, again, get yourself a 4-piece regen, 2-piece immortal, and for the stats, you kind of want to have around 80,000 HP, about 4,000 defense, and the speed, you need to be around 200 speed. You don't want to be much faster than that, because if you do, that is gonna break the rotation. But I definitely advise you to watch my detailed guide about how you can be building this Godseeker Aniri team with a nuker, and that is gonna answer all of your questions. Here's the masteries I'm using right now. This mastery is really gonna help you if you're lacking the speed, and you could also be getting yourself the extra HP, which also helps. Out of these, it's very important to get yourself decreased damage from AoEs, and also the delayed death is pretty important. But yeah, definitely watch the detailed video if you really want to know what to do here. You can also give Aniri this golden elixir relic, and this is gonna make the build a lot easier for you guys. Like, it's gonna make the stat requirements a lot more doable for most. All you gotta do is get yourself this epic relic though. And the last tip that can really make raid a lot easier for you guys would be if you actually know what's really worth buying from the shop. Playing the game free to play is definitely perfectly fine, but let's not pretend paying a few dollars here and there is not gonna make it easier. The best things you could be buying from the shop would be the daily gem pack, because this is hands down the best offer you could be getting in raid. Literally giving yourself all of these tons of gems across a month for just the low price of $10 is really gonna help you out a ton. And the other really worth it thing you could be buying would be the golden forge pass. I'm talking about this thing, not this trash at the bottom for the 30 extra, but the $20 extra really is gonna help you big time, because these forge forge passes give you some insane gear, a lot of crafting materials, and a lot of other things honestly, like look at this, tons of silver, extra XP, glyphs, charms, and all of that good stuff. So really worth it. If you have yourself a few dollars you're itching to spend on the game, these two would be hands down the best places to spend them. So yeah, these are my 10 tips that can make raid feel a lot easier in 2025. Hope you found the video helpful, and if you did, a like and subscribe would be awesome, and don't forget to check me out live each Tuesday and Thursday, especially if you want some free help in raid. Download the game from my download link if you want to start raid the right way, or get yourself a second account and get yourself all of these amazing free rewards. Thanks for watching, I'm Chris05, and I'll see you in my next video or stream.